Another 330ml can from Vault City. I remember in the halcyon days of craft beer, back when this was simply called Octopod, and it was from Wander Beyond Brewing. Rest in peace, you glorious bastards. And this was in a big 440, maybe 500ml can. Those were the days. Those are the days. But that small gripe being said, I mean, up me odes, it is rowy here. It is Monday, and it's time for a ruddy big beer with the ruddy big lad. So, yeah, what have we got here? We have got Octopod, a collaboration with Wander Beyond. It is a 10% mango, passion fruit, citra, mosaic, double dry hopped. It just says that there. I assume it's a sour IPA, but we've got some writing on the side here. Taking inspiration from the mighty Octopod, our pals at Wander Beyond paid a visit to our Edinburgh brewery, helping continue our sour revolution. Introducing Octopod, our imperial sour fermented on over 1,400 kilos of juicy Alfonso mango and passion fruit. Smooth lactose adds a sweet, creamy mouthfeel. Smooth lactose adds a sweet, creamy flavour, while a generous double hop of citra and mosaic accentuates the fruity characteristics and tropical aromas. Now, for those who never had this originally, back in the days of UK CBF, I believe this was the beer of the year for a lot of people. Maybe I wouldn't even want to hazard a guess. Maybe 2018, 2019. I can't really remember. There's been so many glorious beers between now and then. Wander Beyond, I believe, were based in Manchester. And then I know they sort of upped sticks and moved to Europe. And when they went, Octopod was just one of these beers that every single year I always bought without fail. For me, that was held in as high of esteem as, say, Putty is for some people, or what's the word I'm looking for? Chubbles is. And by I say for some people, I love both of those beers. So there was, they were very highly regarded. This apparently is a sour version of it. While we all know I'm not the world's biggest fan of sour beer, sour IPAs are actually very, very nice. Marky knocked them out of the park with them all the time. I know I've mentioned Marky quite a lot, but you need them in your life. But yeah, so it has got here, roll before cracking to release the kraken. Just about works. It just about works. Not great, but at the same time, it is more fun than roll before opening, so more power to them on that one. Yeah, so 330ml can, come on, man. Even like the slim 330ml cans do look better than the dog shitty little normal 330ml cans, but still, I want 440mls, I'll be done with this before I've even had a bloody slurp. But it doesn't matter, does it? That's not like the world's, it's the worst, it's not like the worst thing in the world. So I'll tell you what, I'll hold that can there, just kind of like that, and then just sort of like do that so I can take a few photos for the old thumbnail. And then we'll get this cracked open, we'll get it poured, we'll get it sniffed, we'll get it bloody slurped, and then we can all go back to our usual day. It looks like Octopod. Actually, it doesn't. No, it's much lighter. Octopod was... then again, I suppose it's been so long since I've had it. I'm just going to be generous the fact that I'm going to get to, even if this isn't the Octopod I remember, I am just going to be happy the fact that this exists and I can, almost be taken back to what Octopod used to be. So thank you, Vault City. Thank you, Wander Beyond. Just put in a fucking 440ml can next time. It smells like Octopod. Not as punchy. The flavors. The smell isn't as aromas as the beer monster says. The aromas aren't as strong as previous incarnations. But it still smells very nice. It smells like it's going to be very, very refreshing. I bought this from Brewdog Nottingham, by the way. So this was purchased from Brewdog Nottingham. They still have it in stock. I think it was like £9 a can in there. But, that doesn't matter. Let's get it bloody slurped. The mango's there. The passion fruit's there. This is actually a weird one. Like, that is delicious. There's no two ways about it. Like, that is absolutely delicious. And if anyone was to say that was the best beer they drank, well, I mean, if it was the best beer they drank this year, that'd be fine. It's like 8 days into the year, so that's fine. But if someone was to say that this was their beer of the year, I could completely understand it. But the weird part is, while this is not a patch, it doesn't come close to the original Octopod. Like, it's leagues apart. It's a million miles away from the original Octopod. Flavor-wise, this is definitely a better beer, which is about the stupidest thing that I imagine I could say with regards. Original Octopod tastes nicer, but this is definitely a better beer. It's more complex. It tastes fresher. The sourness adds a zingy limeness to it that the other one, some people might say the one could be cloying. I wouldn't say that. I think I once sank like 6 cans of it in one evening. I was rat-arsed, I don't mind admitting. This is definitely a better beer. It's too sour for my liking. As in, so I'll have this and then I'll probably never ever drink this again. But this is a better beer than Octopod, but Octopod tastes nicer. Like so many things, not a hint of its ABV on that. There's no way on earth you would guess that was a 10%er. It's growing on me, to be fair. I'm going to take that back about never having it again, and I might go to Brewdog in the next couple of days and pick up another can of it. It's very refreshing. This would be like if you were like, it's a shame that this didn't come out in the middle of the summer. It might have come out in the middle of the summer and I just missed it. If you were to wake up on a hot summer's day with the hangover from hell, and you were to crack open one of these with your breakfast, you wouldn't realise you were drinking a beer to start off with, and it would put a spring in your step for the rest of the day. There's no two ways about it. It's growing on me. Again, I stand by it. It's not as tasty as original Octopod, but it's definitely a better beer than original Octopod. I have still got some cans of Imperial Stouts and barley wines from Wander Beyond in the stash somewhere, so I'll potentially open them at some point. They were bloody great brew. I remember ordering from them during lockdown. I think they had this mixed box on there. It was like this mixed sort of case. It was either 10 or 12 beers. I think it was like 60 quid. And of those sort of 10 or 12 beers, I think 2 of them in that box that I got were below 10%. They were all just big, boozy bastards. And the good thing with them is way back when they had something that was a barley wine or an Imperial Stout, you knew you were having a barley wine or an Imperial Stout. That just fucking smacked you in the mush and let you know that you're having a beer today, son. They were never, I'll tell you what now, fuck it, this is great. This is great. It's banging. Not only would I drink this again, I'd probably drink this every day. I can't, obviously, due to the price, the availability, and the ABV. But yeah, that's called a Rowie 180 for those who don't know me. That's a very quick Rowie 180, to be fair. I have a habit of hating on things, then realising they're brilliant, and then slowly admitting that I actually think they're brilliant. That's the Rowie 180 for you. And this is probably the quickest Rowie 180 in history. Unless I start hating it in the next few seconds, then we're going to see the Rowie 360, but I very much doubt it. Yeah, that's a belter. That is a belter. Should be in a 440ml can. A pox on the 330ml can. If you're going to do it in 330s, put it in a fucking bottle, And even then, there's 500ml bottles, so put it in a 500ml bottle. We'll do the American thing. Is it 473? 473 is a good compromise. That's just not going to compromise. 473 is better than 440, so compromise doesn't. This is a bit of a rambly video, to be fair, but that's a lot of content from a very, very, very small can of beer. But that, I tell you what, I bought this from Brewdog Nottingham. I know Brewdog get a lot of Vault City beers in. It's probably a Scottish thing, you know, they're all mates, aren't they? Up there, those thistle-arsed, knock-kneed, glorious bastards. I've never met a nasty Scottish person. Well, I did work with one once called Karen Merrick, who was very, very nice indeed, who was my general manager at the Lace Market Hotel. And actually, no, she wasn't mean. She was just really good at her job. And that's just sort of like ingrained male sexism, isn't it? Where someone's, what's the word I'm looking at? A man's authoritative, a woman is bossy. You know, some sort of ingrained sexism that we all have that we should probably try and get rid of. I definitely will. So apologies for that. That was very that was very rude of me. I take that back. Karen Merrick was a great general manager. All my best general managers were always women, to be fair. I think I've had more female general managers than male general managers. There's Polly Reed, back when I worked at Boilermaker and Junkyard. There was obviously Karen Merrick. There was, I keep on naming names here, shit. Oh, well, you know, there was Sally. She was my GM at Hearts for many, many years. And I've known since I was 16, so we're quite long-standing friends there. It's just, as always, it's just turned into random nonsense at the very, very end. As always, thank you very, very much indeed for watching. It's always super, super appreciated. If you could be asked, if you've made it this far, a like and a subscribe are always absolutely mint. And yeah, I'll see you all again on Friday. Well, I won't see you, you'll see me. Based on viewing statistics, 60 of you will see me on Friday. I'm not too sure what I'll have. I'll probably have something pretty badass, you know. Probably I have got some Bang the Elephant barley wines that need drinking. And I have got that 16% double IPA from Case that definitely needs a bloody slurp. So we'll see. That being said, I might just have like the latest Neon Raptor release that comes out next week. Ooh, because there are some big ones coming out next week. Actually, I might do a bunch of beers on Friday for Neon Raptor. Yes, definitely. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe to the channel. Take care of yourselves. You're all great and beautiful, especially you. And yeah, I'll see you in a bit. Take care of yourself in a bit. Yeah, bye, 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 bye.